Hi everyone, my name is David. I'm a KOK Play Frontier from the Genesis Group. Today I want to share some important news. This is really important, so I want you guys to really think about what I'm saying. But I think that there's a pretty good possibility that we might have a crash in the future. And it's not just a crash like on KOK Play, but I'm talking about a stock market crash, a crypto crash, just an everything crash. And you might be wondering, like, why? Why would you say that? So let's get to it right now. All right, this is a heads up for the KOK Play family and anybody else that happens to see this video before this crash probably will happen. I don't know. I hope it doesn't. I hope I'm wrong. But it's better for somebody to just warn the possibility of it happening. All right. So right now, if you look at the cases of COVID-19 in Korea, you have about 746 new cases, and that's a big uptick. So having over 700 new cases a day in Korea, this probably is new. It just happened. It started happening maybe like 3 days ago, and a good percentage of these new infected people are people with the new variant. Okay, the Delta variant. And they got different variants. I think you got the Delta variant from Brazil. You got the Delta variant. I guess that's the one from India. And you see that it's spreading. It's spreading in France. It's spreading in South Korea. And South Korea is pretty good at controlling it. All right. So, from what I heard, even if you get vaccinated, like maybe you are around 63, 64% protected. You have a 64% chance of not contracting COVID, the new variant, the Delta variant, if you are vaccinated. So 64% isn't all that good, right? It's spreading, okay? Even spreading in Korea. And South Korea has been pretty good at controlling the spread of COVID-19. And this new variant has brought up the numbers. Now, why is this a possible why would this possibly lead to a crash? Well, what led to the crash last time, right? When COVID-19 came out, the stock market just dropped. Everything just boom, prices dropped. Okay? And so can this cause another price drop? Absolutely. Absolutely. Am I saying it's going to happen tomorrow? No, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but it can lead to it. And so what do I think will happen? Well, as I said before, we did have a death cross, but death cross is a lagging indicator. It is a lagging indicator. And ever since the cross, we've pretty much been at this price of, around $34,000. Okay. And so this is Benjamin's channel. I highly recommend you guys, subscribe to his channel. I do. To me, it's a very legit channel. And if you see right now the 200-day moving average, which is the orange line, my prediction is the cross happened around June 21st, okay, 20th to 21st. Like I said, I would imagine around a month, within a month or around a month, which will be in July 20th, 21st to maybe August 7th, around that time, Bitcoin will have a move up. And I think it's going to have a move up where it's going to touch, it will touch or go a little past the 200-day moving average, right? And so that's above 44,000, 46,000. Here, this is KitGo News. I watch KitGo. I recommend you sign up to KitGo News, subscribe. And this guy name is Gareth. Gareth is the first guy, the only guy that called for Bitcoin to drop to $30,000 when everybody's like, oh, just wait, Bitcoin's going to 100K, 200K. You listen to someone like Max Kaiser even more, right? It's crazy. But here, Garrett was the first person, the only person at the time saying, yeah, Bitcoin's going to drop to 30,000. And he actually predicts Bitcoin to go down to even near 20,000. And what could cause Bitcoin to go down to $20,000? Well, I'll tell you what could cause Bitcoin to drop down to $20,000. The news of the variant that countries cannot control the spread of the new variant, the Delta variant, right? But once again, do I expect that to happen tomorrow? No. Am I your financial advisor? No. I'm just telling you what I think, and I'm giving you the evidence behind why I think what I think, right? Or the reason behind it. Maybe it's not evidence, but what I do think, I still think that Bitcoin is going to move up before it falls down to 20,000 because of the Delta variant. When countries will have a hard time controlling it, which will be months away. Because right now summer, is better, easier to control because I guess the heat from the sun does kill the bacteria or the disease faster. But anyway, what I want you to look at is if you look around 48,000 to 50,000, we have this big gap. And typically these big gaps, it's like a magnet, and it'll really draw the prices to the magnet to fill in the gap. So you had these are some small gaps that you see, but even this gap, what you see a gap between the red, it got filled in by the red bars. Okay. This is a pretty big gap right there. And so what I expect, I could be wrong, but I would think that within a month, well, anyway, within 3 weeks to a month from now, or even less maybe, Bitcoin's going to start moving up, and it's going to test a 200-day moving average, which is around 46,000, but it's going to peak up. It's going to psychologically try to get people to really come in, right? And this might be happening back all the way in, it takes time to move up. So it could start happening around August. All right. It'll start in July, but the move up will to past 44,000, 46,000. To filling in this gap towards 50,000 might already move all the way up to like August, starting maybe even September. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have the variant crisis that's going to be, it will be uncontrollable. It'll be a big spread, and it's going to be big crashes. Boom. And Bitcoin's going to drop down to $20,000. Right? Now, if that happens with Bitcoin, okay, whatever. The key point is what's going to happen to KOK, right? What's going to happen to KOK? So we got to go back in history. And, before KOK wasn't in KuCoin, which is the fifth biggest exchange. It wasn't in, when KuCoin starts getting added to all these different exchanges, you're going to have, more fluctuations. All right. But when there's, smaller fluctuations, then obviously less exchanges, you'll have less money coming in and out. So it'll be smaller fluctuations. Now, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe this was the drop off on KuCoin when the stock market and everything dropped. I forgot the specific date, but I would imagine this is what that probably is. All right. And it was at 24 cents. It dropped down to 21 cents. Okay. So, that's not a small drop. All right. You're looking at some percentages there. Okay. So that's over a 10% drop. All right. If this happens, we might see a 10-15% drop. Now for Bitcoin, it's going to be much bigger, because if it's around, almost filling that gap of 50 up to almost 50,000 and hovering around, mid 40,000 afterwards, and then it drops down to 20. That's over a 50% drop. I don't think KOK is going to drop like that. KOK has a better ecosystem. There are strong fundamentals on the chart. If you look at KOK, you got a solid platform, Intel. KOK just got listed on CoinMarketCap, but I use Gecko. KOK is listed on Gecko. All right, to make Gecko's better than CoinMarketCap. You got Louis Vuitton. KOK was on Times Square, still is, I think. Gucci. You got premium brand companies, conglomerate companies, all paying KOK money to advertise on the platform. You got good digital contents, webtoons, movies, depending on what country you're in. Good storage, everything works. Good quality premium products, which I said they'll be adding more products, and they still continue to add more products, right? It's a solid. You even have, you can exchange, right, assets here. So KoCoin, the token is a solid cryptocurrency with good utility cases, is teamed up. And so everything looks solid on KoCoin. Everything looks solid. So all I'm saying is I could be wrong. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not telling you this will happen. I'm just saying I think there's a good chance that you're going to have another crash because of the Delta variant. So it's just a pre-preparation warning, right? Just, be ready for it. It can happen. Okay? I don't want to be the boy who cries wolf, right? I don't want to be like, oh, you're crying wolf. But, if you really understand the end of the story, is the wolf actually comes at the end, right? He might have been playing games. I'm not playing games now, but think about it. The story of the boy who cries wolf, guess what? The wolf actually does come at the end, right? So it can happen. I don't know. All right, that's it. If you like the contents, please hit subscribe, hit the bell, so you'll be notified of more Coke Play news. Hit the like, so it'll change the algorithm, so other people will be able to see the content. And if you don't have Coke Play, go to Play Store, hit KOK space PLAY, then you can use my recommendation code to join the Coke Play family, QAABIRWL, QAABIRWL. So yeah, that's it. All of you stay blessed, God bless, and Coke on.